This is the Jack Murphy Podcast. Here's your host, Jack Murphy.
Welcome back to the Jack Murphy Podcast. Hope you had a great Christmas holiday, that you're getting ready for New Year's. Alpha Trevette joins me from the Love Shack this morning up in Virginia. You know, Virginia, it is for lovers, ladies and gentlemen. Look how happy he looks. He's up in Virginia and he's happy.
Yep.
How was your holiday?
Holidays were great. Spent Christmas Day, of course, at home in Georgia. Drove up here the day after, and going to be here for New Year's. So couldn't be better.
What'd you get for Christmas?
I got an outdoor fire pit.
Really?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
like a tabletop thing.
Is it one of those? Is it one of those that's they claim they're smokeless or whatever? Round, stainless.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's square, yeah, but it's it's for outside, so it can smoke a little bit. I'm okay.
You don't care. You don't care. Well, the other ones are for outside, and I never got it. What, like? Yeah, I guess it's because you know how when you do a fire, the smoke always follows you.
Yeah,
it's like a private eye. No matter where you go, the smoke's right there on you. It won't leave you alone.
Yep.
And,
my mom always used to say, "Smoke follows beauty." So that's.
Well, I was very happy. I was stunned. I asked for one hex-clad frying pan, and I got the whole set.
Whoa.
So, boy, I've been really putting them to good use already, too.
So you better cook and fool then.
I love the hex-clad. I'll see. It's guaranteed for life. We'll see how it holds up over time. I'm going to miss my emeralds, but I took them to Goodwill and donated them a couple of days ago so that
how
somebody else can cook with them. Do you remember the band Lady A?
Yes, they used to be called Lady Antebellum, correct?
Yes, they're Lady Antebellum, and then people got tired. Antebellum had some slavery connotations, I think.
Right.
So, they were kind of woke, so they went with Lady A. We'll do that instead. And they had some big hits, and then like a lot of these stars, musical stars, except for the ones that last forever. The smart ones, if you look at like Paul McCartney or the Rolling Stones or Jimmy Buffett, they know how to pace themselves. They don't let the music industry dictate their life to them.
Right.
So they'll do a record, they'll tour 2 or 3 days a week maybe, and then take some months off. But somebody like Lady A, they have a bunch of hits all at once. They get exhausted. They wind up hating each other, and then they disappear. They break up. Well, now Lady A is getting back together, and I saw them. I didn't even recognize them. Take a look at them.
Hey, everybody, we are Lady A.
Gather your family, grab some hot cocoa, and get ready for the Disney Parks magical Christmas Day parade.
It's a celebration of music.
First of all, what's up with the guy on the left? His hair looks worse than mine after this terrible haircut. He's got some stuff growing from way up there on the top down over his forehead.
Yeah.
For some reason. The Lady of A, she has really, I don't want to be ugly, but she's gotten much, it's Lady Double A, maybe Lady Triple A.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what's going on here.
She's what they call in the livestock business, she's wide in the withers.
Of music, magic, and pure holiday fun.
Sure holiday fun.
Yeah.
The Disney Lady AAA Holiday Magical Parade.
And the other guy shouldn't wear one of those low-cut things. It makes his neck look even longer.
It does, and he's got that chest tattoo just peeping out right there.
Whatever it is, yeah.
I'm not sure. I can't imagine. If you're a guy, what's the chest tattoo right there say?
It used to be an eagle, eagle with its wings spread.
Eagle.
That would be the ideal thing. Now you just don't know.
But welcome, ladies. Here I am. I don't know. But anyway, check that out. That's on Disney Channel. I'm sure you can check that out for yourself. Well, we had some nothing ever shocks me anymore, Alpha, when it comes to what people do. This story was from Florida. I don't know if you saw this over the weekend, but There was a guy, he's watching, I believe it was the San Francisco game,
Right.
with his wife and children. And everything's going good. His team's winning. He's excited. He's happy, and he's doing some drinking while he's watching. And for some reason, in the fourth quarter, the wife, by the way, the kids are not his. It's his, I don't know if it's his second wife or he married her. And anyway, they're his stepkids. Not that this matters, but somewhere in the fourth quarter, the wife suggested they change the channel from the football game to some holiday programming. This did not go over well. And in fact, it went over so poorly that she told the little boy, go next door and call 911. But Jason Kennery, 47 years old, shot his wife and killed her.
Yep.
Shot his 13-year-old stepdaughter, and then holes up in a shed out back of the mobile home, and then shot himself, according to the Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd. And, Grady Judd, he's the one that does those press conferences.
Right.
Where he's wearing the green suit, and he goes into, detail on every crime that happens in Polk County, Florida. A little over the top for my taste, but I saw him lay the whole thing out. It's just terrible. Now, thank goodness the little girl is surviving, but their mother's gone.
Yeah.
And it's just her and her brother now. And obviously there's no dad in the picture, but the police found a note inside where the wife had begged him to stop using cocaine and drinking so much. So he obviously had some problems. It's terrible.
Yeah, Grady Judd was the one, they were interviewing him about, they caught a cop killer. I guess they had him cornered and wound up shooting him 36 times.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, why did you shoot him 36 times? He said, because we ran out of bullets.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Could have been more.
He's a funny guy. Here he is explaining. We'll watch a little bit of it.
Jason's been drinking during the evening. And
they look so normal, don't they?
Right. Look like a great-looking family.
That could be anybody's holiday Christmas party.
And he's watching his football team, the 49ers, play football. Well, they're having a good night. They're winning. In fact, they won big. Sometime toward the end of the game, at around...
Anyway, he tells the exact same thing I just did. Heavy drinking's bad enough, but add the cocaine, add the devil's dandruff to it, and you've got a problem. That's for certain. By the way, we do have a news update from the Villages.
This just in.
I love it. A villager has escaped prosecution, Alpha, after allegedly biting her husband during an early morning trip to the Publix grocery store in the Villages.
Well, she was hungry.
Deborah Lynn Ring, age 66 of the Villages, will not be prosecuted on felony charges of battery stemming from this incident. On the morning of November 30th, the Wisconsin native saw her husband had picked up his car keys, put his wallet in his pants pocket, and was preparing to leave when she asked him, "Where are you going?" To which he responded, "None of your business," and headed out the door. Well, she marched right out there and got in the car with him. And apparently this escalated on the way to the Publix, and they got there and the Publix wasn't even open. It was so early in the morning. He wanted to get the hell out of the house and get away from her badly. Yeah. He made it to Publix before they opened. So they went into the UPS store where they began to argue, and then she tried to take the keys from him, and he's got some sort of medical condition because, they're down at the Villages. And he's got some paper-thin skin, and she grabbed for the keys, and it caused his skin to tear.
Yeah.
And then he tried to take a picture of it with his phone. Anyway, it just went downhill from there. But like a lot of the people in the Villages, when stuff like this happened, they've agreed to not press charges against each other and try to make up and have a happy home life.
Man, life is exciting in the villages.
I don't see it going well in the future.
You can get more done when you do more things. Okay? Right? You know what I'm saying? You should be able to get it all done on day one. Okay?
All right, so I want to go back for just a minute, Alpha, to the Gypsy Rose story.
Wow. What a story.
I got to tell you, we had the folks from In the Weeds podcast. Becca Dunoff was with us, and I was stunned by it. So I dug a little deeper over the holidays. When I was bored, I kept going online and looking for Gypsy Rose videos. Now, I've got a Gypsy Rose video. It's pretty disturbing because she's sending videos to this guy that she's met on the internet. Mm-hmm. And I've seen some interviews with him, too. And he's autistic and not terribly bright, but autistic for certain. And she's using her womanly charms, as I've said before, which he'd never seen before, to seduce him. And she's wearing this wig, and she's telling him she's into, what do you call it, BDSM, bondage?
Sadomasochism.
Yeah, exactly. So she's telling him she wants to be his sex slave and all this stuff. But it's the creepiest, most evil thing you've ever seen. Watch her. This is from our friends at Into the Weed.
Hello, sir. It's Gypsy, and I'm making this video to you, sir. Nick's evil side. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sir, I just wanted to let you know that thank you so much for what you're gonna do for me. And
now, what he was gonna do for her is come and help her kill her mother. That's what that was about.
So they've already agreed to this.
And that I do love you, and I do respect you, and thank you again for doing this for us. I am so sorry that I didn't get all the ingredients that are necessary. I didn't get the taser because
she didn't get the taser. But isn't this like watching like a creepy B-movie video or something, Alpha?
Yeah.
I mean, she is just one of the weirdest people I've ever seen. And when you watch her in the interrogation room video, I guess they used the Freedom of Information Act to get a hold of the copies of the actual DVDs that the police department made. Mm-hmm. Her head's kind of shaved, and that voice is just so creepy. And she just talks about it like it was ordering a sandwich or something. It's just the strangest thing you've ever seen. But they've got hours of it on the In the Weeds podcast. You can go watch.
And she helped pull off the whole thing by being, like you said, that voice. Everyone thought she was younger than she really was. Mm-hmm.
She was the mastermind. She was the mastermind of the whole thing, and the shocking turn of events happened, really, I guess, after she got out of prison, because he's still in fact, I saw an interview with him from prison. He's real angry with her now because he realizes he was duped and he's going to be in prison for the rest of his life. She got 10 years, and I think she served 8 years of it. But her defense, and the reason she got a lesser sentence, was that they argued that her mother had abused her. Mm-hmm. Her mother was always having these fundraisers, and she was going to all these hospitals, and there was always something new. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with her, and just went on and on and on, and her head was shaved like she'd lost her hair. Well, it turns out that she does have something wrong with her. She has some sort of genetic mutation that causes all these various symptoms, and that was what was wrong with her. That and the fact that she's crazy as a
little nuts,
bat out of hell.
Yeah.
So her defense was really the whole thing was fake, false.
Mm.
So she should be still in prison for the rest of her life for conspiring to have her mother murdered and participating in the murder. At least she watched it and encouraged this guy to do it. It's evil.
Right here you have an American talking. Canadian American.
Oh, but here you have a Chinese socket. Oh, so good.
So I was talking to John Carter, who helps us a great deal with the podcast over the holidays, Alpha. He was home alone. I felt sort of sorry for him, so I texted him some and called him. His lady Jean was out of town, but he was watching some sort of a documentary on television. This is how bad it was at his house. He was watching a documentary on wolves or something, and he was telling me, he said, "Did you know that when this particular kind of wolf or whatever is having sex, that they get stuck together?" And I went, "Yeah, I mean, that dogs do the same thing."
Yeah.
And he went, "What?" And I went, "Yeah, dogs get stuck together the same way. You didn't know that? You've never seen that?" He goes, "No, I didn't know it." And I said, "Yeah, when I was a kid, one of my many jobs I had was I worked at the little airport in Polk County. My dad had this old airplane, and I worked there for a few summers, and I had soloed an airplane. So when I washed the airplane, I got to take it up and fly it around the field one time and land it. And this airport was out in the country, and there were a lot of farms around there. But there were a group of about, I don't know, 10, 15 guys that hung around out at the airport. They had old airplanes, or they had model airplanes they flew, and just a bunch of old rednecks hanging out at the airport. Instead of hanging out around cars, they hung out around airplanes, right? But there were always a bunch of stray dogs at the airport. And Larry, the guy that ran the airport, he fed the stray dogs. And I'll never forget this. One time, it's like a Saturday afternoon, I'm out there, and there was a female German Shepherd that was in heat. And there'd been a little Chihuahua kind of a dog, male, hanging around the airport for months. And unfortunately, most of the dogs that hung around at the airport, they didn't survive very long. Because what happened is they would get used to the sound of the airplane. They'd lose their fear of the airplane. And if they were tall enough, they'd run right out in front of the propeller every time. They'd be gone. But anyway, this female, it's terrible, but it's true. This female German Shepherd, this Chihuahua kept trying to get some action from the German Shepherd and couldn't because he was too small. So the guys at the airport, they had a peach crate or a Coca-Cola crate, something, and they backed it up to the German Shepherd and put the little Chihuahua up there, and he starts going to town. And he got stuck, and about that time, the German Shepherd took off running. And the Chihuahua is hanging off the back, and she's running on up and down the runway and all around the hangars, and everybody's just dying laughing. The poor little Chihuahua, he's back there like this. Right. I told John, he didn't believe the story, but it's a true story. I mean, I'm sure you've seen things like that, being a guy that grew up out in the country.
We had a Yorkie who knocked. We had a lower window and screen, and neighbors had a black lab that stayed out in his pen most of the time, and that black lab was in heat, and our Yorkie knocked the screen out of the window to get over there to try to get a little bit of that. So, fortunately, sadly, we didn't have a peach crate to.
They didn't make a connection.
Help a brother out, but yeah, it's called a dog knot, by the way. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, really? It's called. I did not know that.
Yeah,
fascinating.
they get a little knot in that thing and causes it
Won't
to get
come
stuck.
out.
And I don't
No,
know if
the Chihuahua's literally just hanging off the back like this. And when she took off running, it's like he's riding a bucking bronco, only he's hooked up by his penis.
Kind of like in the rodeo when they got those little monkeys that ride the horses and ride the dogs around.
Exactly.
You know, dogs
exactly. I mean,
around.
I'm sure it was very uncomfortable for him, but he lived. He lived for another day.
It could have been the best ride he ever had.
Alpha, have you seen the 23-year-old reporter who has done more reporting on what's happening in Minnesota than all the networks combined have done in the past 2 years?
He has been amazing, yes.
I saw an interview last night with I don't know who this guy was, some ex-military guy, big black guy.
Yeah.
And he said he had been providing security for the kid because these Somalis were threatening to kill him.
Yeah.
Because, the police and the government in Minnesota, they're doing nothing about it. And he says that it was people in Minnesota who had alerted him to this going on and had been telling him about it for months and months and months and months, and nobody was doing anything about it. And you've probably seen the videos where he goes and knocks on the door of the Somali daycare, and, this woman comes to the door. "Hello, may I help you, please?" And he goes, "Where's the kids?" She goes, "Well, they're not here right now. You got 2.8 million. There's no kids here." "Oh, they're just not here. Go away. We've closed right now." Every single one of them was that way.
Well, guy's last name is Shirley, the young kid who's done more journalistic work than anybody in Minnesota has at this point. He was with a guy who said on the video that he had personally been to 50 of those places, and none of them had a single child, and they all...
That's the older guy that you see? Is that the older guy that you see with him in the video that says he's been to 50 of them? Okay.
Yeah, 50 of them, and they averaged $2.5 million in government funding each. So, I mean, a little bit of math there, and of course the one even spelled learning center wrong. Have you seen that sign?
Wrong. They spelled learning wrong. Yeah,
right.
And that's just one of the scams. The child care. There was also a housing scam, a feed the hungry scam,
adult.
That's what these Somalis do. They're scammers.
And there's one of them that lists a phone number that is a direct line to Governor Walz's office. So if you call that number, you ring the governor.
Let me tell you something. The people of Minnesota are just lucky it was Somalians and not Nigerians. Otherwise, their whole state would belong to the king of Nigeria right now, because they're even better at it than the Somalis are. I mean, they were lucky. Speaking of rip-offs, I got ripped off over the holidays, Alpha, and I'm burning up mad about it. And maybe you can tell me what to do. So my son, he's a race fan. He loves Formula One, NASCAR, and all that stuff. He's got a little race car he takes around places. But I saw this shirt, and I said, oh, he'll like it. It was a T-shirt, and it had all the shapes of every F1 track in the world print. And it was like Monaco, Austin, and it had all of them. There's like 30 of them on the front of it or whatever. And I said, well, that's different. Cool, I'll get it for him. And it was, $35 or something. So I order it, and online I used a PayPal option to pay for it. And I ordered it in plenty of time. I ordered it like December 6th, and, it didn't come. It hadn't come. And suddenly I get a notice from PayPal that shirt has been delivered. And I go out to the front door. Shirt has not been delivered. No shirt to be found out there. So I go back and I'm looking around on there, and finally I find an option on PayPal. There's an actual photo of the package laying by the front door. Only thing is, it's my old front door. It's where I used to live. Now, I changed my PayPal address when I moved. My primary PayPal address. So it was their mistake anyway. But anyway, it's at my old house, which is just a few miles away. So I drive over there Christmas Eve morning. Got the picture on my phone right there. knock on the door, and this lady comes to the door, and I said, hey, I introduced myself. I said, I used to live in this house. About 6 months ago, I moved, and I said, I don't know why, but I ordered a package it's a gift for my son, and it was delivered here. Now, on the front door of the house, they had one of those big Jesus is the reason for the season things that covers the whole door. You know the thing I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And the lady looks me right in the eye, and she goes, we haven't received any packages. And I went, well, here's a picture of it laying right by your front door. And I just held it, I had it ready to go, Here it is right here. That matches that poster perfectly, and there it is. And she said, give me a minute. And so she goes inside. And I literally stand there for like 15 minutes. Not a peep. And I'm getting kind of angry. Then she doesn't come back outside. She comes on her Ring doorbell, and she goes, well, I'm sorry. We have so many packages in here. I can't find that one. So she went from we haven't received any packages to they have so many packages they can't find that one. I said, well, it's the white package that has my name on it. Hold on a minute. Another 5 minutes goes. I just can't find it. And I go, well, you want to take my phone number and call me when you do because it was delivered here? Yeah. Well, giving her my phone number, you would think it was a 22-digit passcode I was trying to give her with capitals and symbols and everything. She finally gets that. Of course, I haven't heard from her. So my dilemma is, do I keep going over there every day and pestering her for the shirt? Do I call the non-emergency police? What do I do? Because I don't want them to just it's not the $30 or whatever. It's just I don't want them to get away with stealing the package.
Yeah, well, set up surveillance, and when you see them wearing it.
That's what John says. He says, you're going to go to the Harris Teeter, and you're going to see one of her kids wearing that T-shirt in the produce department, and you're going to really get angry.
Wow, that's...
But I'm going to... First thing...
That's a weird one.
I'm going to call the non-emergency police number first and ask them what to do. Because I've already disputed it with PayPal, and they said, oh, we here's a picture. It was delivered. And I go, yeah, but it's the wrong address, and I changed my address with you, and it's your fault. Now, they have not responded to that yet. We'll see if they do. But I don't know what to do.
Well, Jesus is the reason for them stealing it, I guess.
He is the reason for I'd write a letter and put it in a mailbox. If you're going to put that sign up on your door, you got to live your life that way.
Yep. There you go.
You shouldn't put that up if you're not really going to believe that, lady. Just made me mad. So I'll probably never get the shirt back. I'll never get my $35 back. But we'll see.
Thank you for checking out the Jack Murphy Podcast. Proudly podcasting to the world since, well, around 6 months ago. You see, Jack is kind of new to this whole podcasting thing, and he's pretty damn good at it. And by the way, that guy on the right there, his name is Alpha. He's a famous actor on Netflix. So they'd really appreciate a like and maybe a subscribe, if you don't mind. Anyway, let's get back to the podcast. Here's your host, Jack Murphy.
I did something with my children I haven't done in a long, long time. We played, and I normally hate this, but these are really fun. We played a bunch of games on Christmas Day. We had this one game, and I think it's called What'd You Say? Anyway, it comes with a set of headphones, all right? And you push a button on the headphones, and it goes, this music starts playing. It goes, 5, 4, 3. And then you have 2 decks of cards, and somebody's wearing the headphones, and you pick up the cards, and you go, Butterworth Elon Musk. And they go, Butternut Tusk. They're trying to lip read you, right? So you're picking up the cards, and the words are really weird, and that was really, really fun. We played that one. And then we played a new card game I'd never played that went on forever. It's called Phase 12.
Now, I've played Phase 10, which is a fun card game.
Maybe it was Phase 10. Yeah, Phase 10. How long did it take you to play?
Oh, geez, it's been a long time since I played it. An hour, something like that, maybe.
Nah, yeah, that's what they said when we started.
Yeah,
2 hours and 45 minutes to finish that game.
Yeah,
I was exhausted by the time we got done.
I do have a good suggestion for if anybody wants to go to the movie. Go see Song Sung Blue.
I actually want to see that. That's the Neil Diamond type show with Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackman. And
Hugh Jackman
Kate Hudson.
And Kate Hudson. The previews looked really good.
Yeah.
There's a couple of previews that have me interested. I will go see the Avatar movie, even though I really don't want to. I will, because once I get there, I enjoy it. But I'll tell you the preview that I saw. I can't wait for summer now. Steven Spielberg's Alien movie.
The Alien movies have been great. So this one promises.
No,
to
it's
be...
not. It's not Alien. It's just it's a movie about aliens, but it's Steven Spielberg.
Yeah,
and the trailer. Ooh, it's good, but then I hate that when they do that. It's Christmas. They're showing a trailer for a movie that's not coming out until July 4th.
Yeah, there were some trailers that were coming in October. Let's crying out loud! October to wait for this, even if I want to see it. No, Song Sung Blue. I enjoyed it more than I expected to. It was not exactly what I expected it to be. It's actually based on a documentary of real people, a real guy and his wife, and how he came to honor Neil Diamond by singing his music. Really is an interesting story.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm a big Neil Diamond fan, so I would enjoy it anyway. And I saw in the preview he sings, and he sounds great singing Neil Diamond.
In fact, they are both singing in this, and they do a great job. There are scenes that will bring you to tears, scenes that will make you laugh out loud. It's
not me. I don't cry. I don't cry at movies, Alf. I'm a real man. No. Only people like you cry at the movies. I will laugh, and I might get sad, but I won't cry at the movie.
You don't get moved to tears at any movie at all? No?
Nah. No? Oh, maybe when I was a baby and Old Yeller got it. I might have cried, but other than that, no.
Yeah.
How y'all doing? I'm sorry.
You're good. Good. How you doing?
Terrible. You tell that fat bitch your name, my daughter gonna come down here and whoop her fat ass. Right. You let her know that because she disrespect me. No. And I'm gonna be her grandma. Tell her my daughter gonna whoop her fat ass.
Thank you for checking out the Jack Murphy podcast. Now, Alpha, when we last spoke, we were talking about trying to get our subscribers up to 300 before the new year. Not only did we get there, but we're at like 540 something.
Are you kidding me? Great.
No, we're not. And we had a ton of messages and things on the podcast. So it's exciting times here at the Jack Murphy podcast. I almost peed my pants when I saw it. I really did. So enjoy the rest of your holiday, and we'll be back with another podcast in a day or two. And look down there and subscribe and like the video, and we'll see you next time on the Jack Murphy podcast.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for watching the Jack Murphy Podcast. Remember to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Go ahead, ring it. Get alerts when a new episode drops, and tell your friends about the Jack Murphy Podcast. But only the cool friends, please. Tune in next time for another episode of the Jack Murphy Podcast.